Welcome to one more installment of the Jones College of Business Tech Tips. Yes, generative AI can now access the web, the internet. There are certain tools that have evolved over the time. The first generation of generative AI tools, specific ChatGPT, was limited to the pre-trained data set. There is a new generation now of generative AI tools, including ChatGPT and Perplexity, two of the most used tools, that can now access the internet directly and use that information with the information in the model to generate answers. So tools like ChatGPT and Perplexity can do this right now with some limitations. Copilot works, but it's not as good. We're gonna see some examples now to give you an idea how this works. So here we are in ChatGPT. This is the pay account, but it also works in the free account. I entered a query earlier: who won the NWSL Championship 2004? This is a soccer game that was played yesterday, and it comes with the correct answer. As you can see, this was yesterday, November 23. That's the correct answer. So let's go see what is the same question, and this time I'm gonna ask Perplexity, who won the NWSL Championship in 2024. In this case, Perplexity generates the information in a much better format. It generates the output, the same answer: Orlando won the championship November 23. And notice even the structure of the sentences are very similar. But it also provides key highlights of the championship. This is something that is new, that is not provided by ChatGPT, and it has some options. It tells you who scored the goal, etc., was the MVP, etc. Also generates here an area that is the sources. It generates what is the sources of information live. So you can click in there and it will take you to that source. Furthermore, it generates some pictures in the side of the championship team. So you can see the difference in there between the two tools, Perplexity and ChatGPT. The second question that I asked was, can you summarize this video? I got a link to the video. I'm gonna show you the video first so you can see what is this about. This is the video that I'm gonna ask ChatGPT to summarize. The video is 3 tips on how to study efficiently. It's a 5-minute video. It's basically a TED Talk that talks about the brain and how the brain works and 3 things that you can do to improve memorization. So I'm gonna go back in here to ChatGPT and I tell it, can you summarize this video? And I put the link of the video you can see right there. I'm gonna go down to see the answer. And the first answer was, sorry, I cannot access the video. And this is something that happens very often in some of these tools, that the usage is very high or the internet connection is not very good and you get these errors. But I asked again a few minutes later and it generated a response. It summarized the video, but notice that it doesn't tell me real summary. And it also generates sources button in here that is a link to the video. But it doesn't generate a summary that actually what was talked about there, or what are those things. So I asked again. The third time, it actually worked. This time, it told me this, the topic of the video, and these are the 3 tips that it's showing me there. What were those tips? So this is how ChatGPT works. It automatically goes to the source, internet, and generates a summary. Now let's go see what Perplexity does in this case. In the case of Perplexity, I asked the same question. Can you summarize this video? And you can see the answer right there. It shows you a snapshot of the video. It tells you the source of the video. And then it goes ahead and generates the answer. And it's a very extensive answer in this case. Discusses the effective study techniques based on how the brain learns, etc., etc. So some of the brief summary of how the brain learning process works. And then these are the techniques that is recommending to use. The first one is self-testing, interleaving, and spaced repetition. And this is a conclusion of the video. So as you can see, Perplexity is a little bit better in organizing the information and generating a better answers. One of the other things that Perplexity does very good is suggesting additional questions about the topic that you are querying. As you can see, what specific study methods were used by the successful group? How does the brain store information in the long-term memory, etc.? So it suggests more answers to learn more about the topic. Perplexity is very good at that. Now, I'm going to ask a live questions and we're going to cross our fingers that it will work, okay? Who is Theodore Brorén and what does he do? And again, it automatically, and look how quickly it is. I think it's also a function of the number of users. Perplexity doesn't have the amount of users that ChatGPT has. And this is another example of how quickly it accesses the internet. It generates pictures of the actual subject. In this case, Theodore Brorén is a mathematician and engineer with a strong background in applied mathematics, data analysis, holds a Bachelor of Science degrees, a Master of Science, and a PhD degree in Applied Mathematics from the University of Arizona. So you can see his current career. He's a senior engineer in Raytheon Technologies, etc. So it generates all those informations instantly. How does ChatGPT compares? It also accesses the information very quickly, no pictures. Similar answer. So it's the same information, but organized slightly different. So now you get an idea how these two technologies, these two generative AI technology work live, how they organize and access the information. So the question is next, what does this mean? First, now these generative AI tools can now generate and provide up-to-date answers to questions. Can also enhance and improve the accuracy and relevance of the responses based on more actual information. And it provides reference to primary sources, where it's getting that information. Also, you can get real-time updates on current events by asking general things, what is the weather, etc. Stock trends, etc. Also reduces the need for manual searches. Now, used to Google stuff like this. Now with this type of tools, it not only generates the sources, but you don't have to go there and check each one to create your answer. It automatically compiles the information and gives you an answer already structured. So those are some of the advantages. As you can see, this is a new way that we can use these new tools to actually help us in researching information. Thank you very much. This is new tech tip, and hopefully you're gonna find this tech tip useful.